Hello everyone, and okay, hello everyone. In our presentation, we will answer a question when did they come, and okay, next, okay, okay, okay. Now let's take a look at the timeline, and as you can see, we met 1892 to 1952 with these the years, but actually the time the immigrant came to the United States is from 1892 to 1954, and so we will tell you more details or something more clearly in our next slide. And we won't just tell you when did they come. We'll also tell you something, how many immigrants they come to United States through the Ellis Island. Also some details about the Ellis Island. And let's look at the 1892. 1892 is the first Ellis Island immigration station opened, and the first immigrant to pass the Ellis Island was a girl. Her name is Annie Moore. Okay, and she is about 15 years old, and she came here with her two younger brothers to join her parents in New York City. And you can see. Okay, in the first year, nearly 450,000 immigrants passed through the island. So you can see how many people came to the island through the island. Okay, next. Okay, here you can see you can see a picture. It's something like a big fire or something like that. And because in this time, with 200 immigrants on the Ellis Island, there happened a big fire, and it destroyed many buildings or the roofs and so on. But luckily, no one died. Okay. But most of the immigration records dating from 1855 were destroyed, and in 5 years, some 1.5 million grants have been processed. It's also many people, right? Okay, now let's enter next slide.
And in 1900, the Parliament building was opened, and impressed French Renaissance structures in red brick with limestone trim. It cost about 1.5 million US dollars and was designed to process 5,000 immigrants a day. This was big enough for the surge in immigrations in the pre-World War I years. The island was enlarged with landfill, remodeling, additions, and new constructions. And in 1907, this year was a peak year at Ellis Island. There was 1,004,756 immigrants in 1907, and there was 11,747 immigrants on April 7th. It was all-time daily high in these years.
In 1918 to 1919, Ellis Island was used as a way station and treatment of returning sick and wounded servicemen. During the war, there was a sharp decline. During 1915 to 1919. The number of newcomers decreased from 178,416 to 28,867 from
from 1915 to 1918. Um, Post-war immigration quickly revived in 1921. The first immigration quota law passed the U.S. Congress. It provided that the number of any European nationality entering in a given year couldn't exceed 3% of foreign-born people of that nationality who live in the U.S. in 1910. The total number of immigrants admissible under the system was set at nearly 358,000, but numerous classes were exempt.
The Immigration Act of 1924 restricted immigration, changing the quota basis for the census of 1910 to that of 1890, and reducing the annual quota to some 164,000. This marked the end of mass immigration to America. The Immigration Act also provided for the examination and qualification of immigrants, and the main function of Ellis Island is a center of assembly, detention, and deportation of aliens. After U.S. entered the war in 1941, Ellis Island served as a detention for alien enemies. Laws considered to be inadmissible and out. By 1946, about 7,000 aliens and citizens, with German, Italian, and Japanese people comprising the largest group, were detained at Ellis Island. The detainees became so numerous that the immigration function had to be transferred to Manhattan for lack of room. Ellis Island was also used as a hospital for returning wounded servicemen and by United States Coast Guard, which trained about 60,000 servicemen there.
In 1950, a brief flurry of activity occurred on Ellis Island after the passage of the Internal Security Act of 1950, which excluded arriving aliens who had been members of communist and fascist organizations. Remodeling and repairs were performed on the buildings to accommodate detainees who numbered as many as 1,500 at one time. And in 1952, as a result of the Immigration and the Naturalization Act of 1952 and a liberalized detention policy, the number of detainees on Ellis Island dropped to less than 30. Thanks for your listening.